North Korea-US meeting is on the rocks. The North's recent diplomatic streak may have finally come to an end, putting next month's historic summit with the US at jeopardy. Kim Jong-un is threatening to scrap his Singapore date with Donald Trump if the US keeps playing with the South and nagging about nukes. Lil Kim didn't react to earlier joint military exercises between Seoul and Washington, but clearly the ongoing Max Thunder air drills were the last straw. Supreme Leader is totally triggered at what he claims is a practice invasion and is taking it out on his frenemies. He's already cancelled upcoming talks with South Korea, despite being all chummy with its president less than a month ago. Talk about whiplash. Washington says they haven't received a formal cancellation of the Trump-Kim playdate, so as far as they're concerned, it's still on. Keeping up with Kim Jong-un. North Korea blew up one of its own cities by accident. North Korea fabulously blew up one of its own urban cities accidentally during a ballistic missile test last year. Last April, when Kim Jong-fatty shot off a Hwasong-12 intermediate-range ballistic missile, it sadly couldn't even deliver a short range. Instead, it crashed in the city of Tokchon, located about 2 hours from Pyongyang. The missile was launched from the Pukchang airfield, but things went haywire as it flew 24 miles to the northeast, blowing up industrial or agricultural facilities in Tokchon. In the meantime, while North Korea is busy annihilating itself, what's Orangina doing? Bragging about the size of his bigly button. Wonderful. Meet Joseph Pwog, Kim Jong-un's 90s alter ego. North Korean megabelly Kim Jong-un and his dictator daddy-o Kim Jong-il reportedly traveled on Brazilian passports during the 1990s. Fats traversed the globe as one Joseph Pwog, while Il meandered the world as Lee Chong-choi. According to Reuters, the Brazilian passports were authentic, but the IDs, not so much. Apparently, Joseph and Lee Chong traveled all over in the 1990s from Hong Kong to Brazil. Word is they both took some time for R&R in Tokyo, too. Trouble with that is the land of the rising sun is an age-old enemy of the DPRK. It's unknown how the Kims obtained the documents, but Brazil's foreign ministry is on the case. Wonder if they ever swung by Manhattan, to catch all that awesome real estate. Is Kim Jong-un in China? Unusually heavy security in China's capital, coupled with the arrival of a mysterious train from the north, are sparking intense speculation over who came to visit. Japanese news media first noticed the armored train crossing from North Korea into China at the border city of Dandong. Soldiers and police were on hand when the train arrived at Beijing Station on Monday, with reports indicating Kim Jong-un was on board. The 21-car train bears a striking resemblance to the armored train Kim's late father, Kim Jong-il, used to visit allies in China and Russia. The locomotive reportedly contained a conference room, an audience chamber, and bedrooms, and was fitted with satellite phone connections and a flat-screen TV. The news has not been confirmed, but if true, this visit is the reclusive leader's first known trip outside his country since taking power in 2011. Analysts say it's possible Kim may be in town to talk to the Chinese regarding his upcoming meeting with U.S. President Trump.
Kim Jong-un and crew get funky to celebrate missile launch. This week, a North Korean submarine successfully launched a ballistic missile some 300 miles into waters close to Japan. According to the Associated Press, the launch happened prior to the DPRK's military first celebration. Said celebration is more or less a nationwide state-ordered dance-or-die party, as well as a militaristic middle finger to those nefarious foreign forces. DPRK dictator Kim Jong-un looked very cheery with his generals in state photos following the launch. Perhaps he was celebrating peanut butter jelly style. And while it looks like the millennial tyrant is having the time of his life, the launch didn't please everyone. The US, Japan and South Korea were all quick to condemn it, as did the DPRK's BFF China. But hey, we're sure the two long-time allies could twerk it out in no time at all.
How will Kim Jong-un travel to meet with Donald Trump? The location of next month's meeting is still to be decided. The Washington Post speculates that North Korean leader Kim Jong-un and US President Donald Trump's meeting may take place in the Korean demilitarized zone. Switzerland, Sweden, Russia, and China were also posited, as was the US itself. But it is not clear if the North has the transportation capable of getting there. Analysts told the Post that North Korea has an old Soviet jetliner. This plane from the 1960s has a wingspan of 43 meters, is 53 meters long, and 12 meters tall. It can fly up to 5,400 miles, meaning it could reach Hawaii or the US West Coast if leaving from Pyongyang. Unconfirmed reports last month put Kim in China, saying he got there via an armored green train. If true, he could also travel by rail to a European venue, via Moscow, or to a spot in Russia itself. Another way is for Kim to travel with a shorter distance Air Koryo Tupolev jet. Analysts say Kim could also borrow an aircraft from one of North Korea's neighbors, or travel with South Korea or Sweden. However, the Post reports these options could be embarrassing for the North Korean leader. How do you think the meeting will happen?
Kim gets chemical. This subhuman has chemistry that's got Asia and the US on edge. Reportedly, the Welephant now has his goons loading anthrax onto intercontinental kabooms. Who knew he was a fan? He certainly doesn't look like your average metalhead. The North reportedly holds 5,000 tons of the garbage and other nasty stuff in stockpiles. 5,000 tons, huh? Somebody's overcompensating. Traditionally, ICBMs are supposed to go like this, but almost always the Norths go like this. That's right, Kimmy. Projectile dysfunction is a wider problem than believed. But if you want to man up, you could drop gloves with the commander in derp in the octagon. It might not go the way you think.